All right, so we are here in the village of Eerbeek in the Netherlands, and as you can see, this is the site of one of the several dozen farmers' protests that have sprung up across the entirety of the country. These are real grassroots protests. They're not really coordinated. There's no top-down structure. They're just springing up everywhere, and they are being initiated by farmers who are seeing new government regulations that are being proposed in the parliament as something of a death sentence to their farms, something between 30 to 50% of the farms might actually close down if these regulations go into effect. And so a lot of these farmers, they see this as essentially their last stand to fight back against this encroachment by the government. And down there, it looks like you have some more trucks as well as maybe a group of farmers. So let's go on and talk to them. If the policy goes into effect, what will happen to your farm?
Wat gebeurt er met jouw boerderij als de wet doorgaat?
Meer dan de helft van de dieren moet weg.
More than half of his animals has to go away, just for nothing.
Can you actually sustain that? Can you actually get rid of half your animals, or would you have to close it down?
Kan je dan nog overleven of moet je hem dan sluiten?
Exit.
What do you make of the way the government is doing it? Are they talking to you guys, or they're just top down? This is what's going to happen. No talking. Is that it?
Yeah.
What do you make of that? Do you think it's really about nitrogen, or is it about something else?
Land.
About land?
Yeah, definitely.
You will build
Buildings, houses.
in nature.
And nature. Yeah. So more than half of the country consists of like farming land, and we have a minister, who set a goal to build houses. So they created a nitrogen hoax because the farmers own all the land on which the government wants to build. So that's the excuse to get rid of the farmers, use the land for housing and building.
I'm Reindert and I'm 30 years old. Got a dairy farm at home with about 100 cows.
And how long has it been in your family for?
For quite a long time. I don't know exactly how long, but at least 3 generations.
Wow.
Yeah.
So if these new government regulations would go into effect regarding the nitrogen, what would that mean for your farm practically?
Yeah, it's not only my farm, but it's like a lot of farms, and we have to reduce the cows like probably maybe in half. And what that means that we are broke at the time if we do that, because if we have like these normal costs, which they are always, and then you've got like the cows, but if you reduce the cows, the costs will stay there, but your income or your money is gone. So we can't pay it anymore.
Wow. So it's not, you wouldn't just have to reduce half your cows, would you actually have to close up shop?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
So this is like essentially a last stand for you. That you have nothing to lose here, right? Because you would have to close down shop because of the regulations.
Yeah, we have nothing to lose. Exactly. They just want to remove the farmers from the land, and I don't know why, but yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy plans probably, and I think I know why, because they want to build houses, and they want the field of the farmers, which they can build houses on. That's what that's what I think, or I know.
So what brings you guys out here today?
I support the farmers. I really support it. It's our food.
Yeah.
It's their food future. And our government, they want to put refugees on their land because our borders are wide open, just like yours in the south. Just it's too much. And the Dutch people, they have to wait 15 years to be able to get a house for rent. And all these people from Ukraine, North Africa, they're welcome, and they get a house before us. So it's unfair, and they just want the farmers' land for that.
So you're saying that, in your opinion, the nitrogen thing is sort of a smokescreen. It's just the way that they're using to get the land from the farmers. Is that what you believe?
It's all to build to get foreigners on their land.
And so you're here in front of this particular building. Can you tell us what this building is and why you guys are here protesting in front of it?
Yeah, it's like a building next to like an area full of nature where our standards with nitrogen and like the farmers need to reduce, and they've already done it the last 30 30 years they already reduced 70%. And just the industries like airplanes or trucks or I don't know actually, they don't have to reduce. And that's why it's so unfair, because they all put it on the farmers. And like the big airplane in the Netherlands, they don't have to reduce like anything. And that's what this industry as well. And especially this one, because it's next to the area, and they just keep going. And that's why I sit like 10 kilometers further with the farm, and I have to reduce like the nitrogen they produce here. Why do I have to do that?
So you're saying that this nature preserve, right next to this box manufacturer, doesn't have any nitrogen problems for that manufacturer, but you, 10 kilometers away, you have to reduce your nitrogen output for this nature preserve.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Wow, so unbelievable.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Huh. I guess one question I would have is like, why do you think that is? But that kind of goes back to there's an agenda behind it. You're saying.
Yeah, I think so. I think they want just the field of the farmers. Yeah.
Now, a lot of people don't know this, but the Netherlands, despite being such a relatively small country, is the world's #6 food exporter. So just to put that into context, the U.S. is #1, but the Netherlands, which is 267 times smaller than the U.S., is #6. So that is quite amazing. What makes you guys so good? It's such a small country, but you're #6 exporter. Why so? Why are you so efficient?
I stand out.
Yeah.
In Netherlands.
Do you guys just work like 80 hours minimum a week?
Most of the time, yes.
Yeah.
De government is ook, het Rijk is ook gereeld bij ons bezig om het gereeld meer te innoveren.
The Hollandse, the Dutch farmers are very innovative.
Oh, hello there, time traveler. And welcome to the year 2023. As we call it here, month number 5 of the global food crisis. And I gotta tell you, I am on my last WHO-issued bug sandwich. And the only regret that I can really share with you is that I did not prepare for all this sooner. So don't do what I did. Prepare today by heading over to preparewithroman.com and purchasing My Patriot Supply's 3-month emergency food kit. And because your viewer facts matter, you can save $150 off of each food kit that you buy. Meaning that when the global food shortage comes to you and your neighbors are forced to eat bug sandwiches, you will instead be eating My Patriot Supply's emergency food kits, which are filled with delicious breakfasts, lunches, dinners, drinks, as well as snacks that can keep you full and satiated for 3 full months. Now, My Patriot Supply is America's largest preparedness company, having served quite literally millions of customers across the entire country. And best of all, like I mentioned earlier, if you head on over to preparewithroman.com, you can save $150 off of each 3-month food kit that you purchase. That way you can buy one for each of your family members and save $150 on each one. And best of all, they are shipped quickly and discreetly to your doorstep in unmarked packages, so your nosy neighbors don't even have to know that you're prepping. Again, head on over to preparewithroman.com and prepare today for whatever might come tomorrow. What would happen to the whole economy? Because if you guys are going to shut down farms, but it's also the truckers, the cheese makers, the box manufacturers, it's an entire ecosystem.
They say one farmer keeps 20 people on work. So you can fill in what's going to happen.
So basically, from what I'm seeing is if this legislation goes into play, all these farmers are going to be out of business. All the 20 people that each farmer actually employs or helps keep them in business will be out of business. You can't start another farm here. The food production is going to go through the gutter. If you sell everyone selling their cows, the price of cows is going to go through the floor. It's like it sounds like a disaster waiting to happen. It's shocking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
They said Holland is a democracy, but it is a dictatorship. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What about the media in this country? How is the media treating you guys?
Bad. Very, very bad.
A lot of framing.
Yeah.
Try to put the farmers in a bad daylight.
So we have one big state media broadcasting company, it's called the NOS, and that's like, they're all owned by the state, all politicians that are currently in the government, so you know what kind of news they want to broadcast to the people. It's only their narrative and nothing else. So the public information is just one-sided.
You know, I came here from America because people in America are watching you guys. They're very interested in what's happening in the Netherlands because in America, it's a very similar situation. The green movement trying to reduce nitrogen, methane, all that stuff. The cows, getting rid of as many cows as possible. And now, of course, you have Spain, Italy. I saw Poland. Some farmers are beginning to rise up. What would you tell people who are watching this in America?
That's a good question.
So he says because we have very good quality products, very innovative, and we also export to the US. So keep the US companies importing from the Netherlands, the Dutch stuff, the Dutch veggies, the Dutch flowers, the Dutch, Dutch food, everything, and don't sell land to Bill Gates.
Good point. Thank you guys so much.